Before Christianity came down to Africa, in the days of my grandfather, when a man died, that man is buried either that day or highest the following day. And this is because we practice a culture that Ugo Ejonye Mulango Bedonya Nana. The debt we are owing a dead man is to put him beneath the ground. So when a man died, the first thing we do is to open the ground and bury the man to bring him to rest. And so as a person, and this is because when a man lost his father or his mother or his brother, it is a time of mourning for us. It is a time of cry. The only thing we can do is to open the ground and lay him to rest. And then when we lay him to rest, we can now go in and plan when we will now come and celebrate that there was a man who brought Ihedi down to life. We now call our friends. He says, come, let us celebrate. There was a man who brought Ihedi down to life. There was a man who brought you to life. There was a woman who gave you life. And so we have second burial in our community. I just lost my brother. I cannot be celebrating that my brother or my father or my mother died. And then I will be picking phone call and be calling people. I will be checking how to serve these people rice. That people will come and sit down and be eating. Because the ideology of people eating meat, eating rice, where you are laying somebody in the ground, already defeats the mindset that we are mourning a loss. The ideology of coming to eat, drink on the day we are burying somebody already defeats the ideology that we are mourning somebody. And so when a man died in our culture, we open the ground, we bury him either that day or the next day, so our head can be seen. The criminal, the higher genocide came to Africa called Christianity, came and thwarted this way. So today, if a man died for you, you have to first go and put the person in the mortuary. And then with the little business you are doing, you are funding the mortuary, maybe 30K every month or 40K every month. And the person has to be in mortuary maybe for 6 months. The day you are bringing the person back, there have to be an ambulance. And as there are an ambulance, there have to be an APAMS. As there are APAMS, there have to be Reverend Father. And then they will now bring the corpse of your father that day. And then people will be eating and be drinking, celebrating that a corpse is lying there for you. And then there are some of the committees of your friend who will not later find you and says, we came to your father's burial and we are not served right. How do Africans choose to accept a culture that is against our ways of life, and we begin to suppress ourselves out of our pathways, our ancestors established that gave us peace of mind? Christianity came to Africa to truncate our ways of life. That's why we have second burial in our culture. The day my father died, the day your own father died, the culture is open the ground, bury the man. Today somebody is coming to use the corpse of your father to do caricature. So somebody who lost his father now, the first thing you begin to do is to pick phone call and be calling people that you lost your father. That means you are a madman. You are calling them to celebrate with them or what? No, it's not done. I am mourning. We are currently in the mood of tears. The only thing that happens at our community people gather, maybe that day a flute man comes. As the man is blowing flute, the people are opening the grave, we put the man there. Then we now go and plan. Then we now give you a date. That's why I have second burial. Christianity came to Africa to destroy our ways of life. So today, young youths are put under pressure of how to bury a parent. Some people's parents has been in the mortuary for more than 6, 7 months, 8 months. Even you who is listening to me now. Their business begin to crumble, begin to crash, begin to experience a very weightier shake when they finish doing burial. Because you choose to call your ancestors' pathways a fool. I came to return you back to culture. So you can know that this was the way. That which was from the beginning. Which we have heard, which we have seen, which our hands have handled of the word of life. That is your ancient pathway. The way that was designed for your own culture. So we can have our inner peace again. Today somebody's father died. You are hearing that Flavor's father died. And then the day they are burying Flavor's father, they will now bring the man's corpse and people are dancing around the corpse. Are you mad? Are you mad? Where was such done in the culture of Igbo land? Where? That means the man's corpse is, you are celebrating that a man is going down. No, sir. Burial is a ceremony of celebration of life. But before you do this, the man has gone to the ground to sleep. So you can now go and plan that there was a man who brought me down to life. I cannot be carrying the corpse of my father and we'll be dancing. And this is the ways of mounting expenses on your head. Because they know if they bury your father the next day, or that day your father died, there will be no ambulance, there will be no APAMS, There will be no much expenses for you. Christianity is capitalist ideology that fund business. So today you see, you said you are a Christian. All you do is to subject yourself under pressure. I came to return you to the pathway where there was peace of mind, no competition. That's why I told people that in returning back to culture, we are not going back to copy what Christians did. So when somebody died, you says you are on your men and abuses ezokunando. You now go, they carry the person corpse and keep in the front. You now carry and be no. We are returning back to culture. Culture simply means if you know how your people did it in the past, go and did it that way. There was never a culture of Igbo land that keeps the corpse of a man in front of his children and visitors for them to sit around and they'll be talking nonsense. It's never done. You are making mockery of the dead. That's the real meaning of making mockery of a dead man. Pastor comes and stand there and be telling you, do you know this man here was once standing like you? And maybe the word of God was sounding in his ear, but he refused. Who knows where he is now? Son of man, where will your soul go? Somebody is using the death of your father and making a caricature. No, sir. There's nothing like somebody died and you are calling your friends to come and bury him. We carry our corpse with our family members and we go and bury. Then we come back again and plan. In this way, we have peace of mind. In this way, our head have calm. We can now plan how to celebrate the person who gave us life. That is the culture of Africa.